Hello students, I am Sachitrakar. We are continuing electric potential and this is lecture number 8 on electric potential. Okay, in this lecture we will find the expression for electric potential on the axis of an uniform ring, uniformly charged ring. We will find the electric potential on the axis of an uniformly charged ring. Means the charge given to the ring is uniformly distributed on the surface of ring. Okay, let's consider this is an uniform ring. Okay, this is a ring on which charge is distributed uniformly. Okay, a ring on which charge is distributed uniformly. Let this is center of the ring and this is radius of the ring. Let's imagine the plane of the ring is on YZ plane. The plane of the ring on YZ plane. See, if this is Z axis and this is Y axis, then the ring is like this. The plane of the ring is on Y, this is Y axis and this is Z axis. The plane of the ring is on YZ plane. Okay, so obviously the axis of ring will be along X axis. Axis of the ring will be along X axis. Okay, so this is axis of the ring. We may take any point on the axis. Let's consider any point P on the axis of ring at a distance x from the center of the ring. We do consider any point on the axis of ring. Distance of point P means any point P is x from the center of the ring. Let total charge given to the ring is Q. Q is total charge on the ring. Total charge on the ring which is distributed uniformly. We have to find electric potential at any point P on the axis of ring. Okay, in previous lectures, means in chapter number 1, we have derived the expression for electric field on the axis of uniformly charged ring. Okay, we have already derived expression for electric field on the axis of uniformly charged ring, and this is the case. We have to find expression for electric potential on the axis of uniformly charged ring. Radius of the ring is R and any point P on the axis at a distance x from the center of the ring. Let's consider an elemental section of the ring. An elemental section, very small length of the ring. Let here charge is dq. Okay, thus the whole length of ring can be divided into number of equal segments, each of length dl. Suppose this length is dl. So we can cover whole length of the ring. So this is an elemental length dl. Let charge on this elemental length is dq. This is positive. Okay, then distance from dq to point P. See, this is a 90 degree. This is center O. Okay, From this right angle triangle, this is base, this is perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is square root of r square plus l square. So, electric potential at P due to dq. Okay, we have considered a small length or elemental length dl, and charge on dl is dq. Charge on dl is dq. Okay, then distance from dq to point P, distance from dq to point P is square root of r square plus l square. From this right angle triangle, this is base, this is perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. So potential at P due to dq, let d be. Then as per our formula, this dq is on an elemental length. Length is very small, so you may consider this dq is a point charge. This dq is a point charge, we may assume. Okay, so potential due to point charge V is equal to kq by r. So here dv, potential due to dq is a dv, that's equals to k. In place of q, we will write point charge dq divided by distance. Here distance is square root of r square plus x square. Okay, then we have to find total potential at point P due to the total charge or due to total length of the ring. Okay, so this is an elemental length of the ring. The ring may be divided into equal number of similar elements, each carrying length dq, 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 dq. Okay, so total potential, to have potential at point P, let's integrate both sides. dv k divided by square root of r square plus x square. We have taken a particular distance x, taking x a given distance, r is constant, x is a given distance. Of course, x may vary. We will see the variation of potential with respect to x. Okay, so now integration of dq. Okay, integration of dv is v, integration of dq is q. So v is equal to kq square root of r square plus x square. So this is expression for potential due to total charge of the ring, which is uniformly distributed on the ring. Total potential is kq divided by square root of r square plus x square, or we may finally write k is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by square root of r square plus x square. This is expression for potential at any point on the axis of uniformly charged ring. Okay, now I will erase it. See, x is variable. If we take any point P, then distance is x. But this point, this position may change, so value of x may change. Okay, we may take the point P either along positive x-axis or along negative x-axis. See, at center of ring, see, distance of P from center is x. If the point P is shifted to center of the ring, then value of x will become 0. Okay, if the point P is shifted to the center of the ring, then the value of x will be 0. Okay, then in that case, potential at center of the ring BC, let's take C, is equal to kq divided by x is 0, so square root of r square plus 0. So potential at center is kq by r, and this is maximum. If x is minimum, if x is 0 or minimum, if x is minimum, then potential is maximum. Okay, thus potential is maximum at the center of uniformly charged ring. As distance x increases, means we may move either along positive x-axis or we may move along negative x-axis, means x-axis is taken the axis of the ring. If distance on the axis means the distance of point P on the axis of ring varies. If distance of P on the axis of ring varies, then potential will also vary. Okay? Distance of P, if P is shifted to center, then distance is minimum, x is minimum, so potential at center is maximum. So obviously, if we move along the axis of the ring, means away from the center, either along positive x-axis or along negative x-axis, x will increase, so potential will decrease. Potential is scalar quantity. Okay? Then the variation of potential with respect to distance c. This is center O. Here x is 0. We may take increase in distance either along positive x-axis or along negative x-axis. Okay, this is x-axis. Along y-axis, we do so variation of potential. At center means when x is 0, potential is maximum at the center. So value of potential is k q by r. Okay, as the distance increases, so potential decreases. As the distance increases, potential decreases. So potential will decrease on either side of the center along the axis, but at the center potential is maximum. This value is maximum. Okay, so this is about the expression for electric potential at any point on the axis of the ring. Some easy numericals, some 1 or 2 numericals. Okay, so this is our formula. Potential I am writing here. Potential is k q divided by square root of r square plus x square. X is the distance of point from the center of the ring. Okay. Some easy numericals, some 1 or 2 numericals. Number 1, a ring, an uniformly charged ring. An uniformly charged ring having total charge, let's take any value, 10 microcoulomb plus 10 microcoulomb lies on xy plane. Lies on xy plane. Okay, the radius of ring is 4 meter. Radius of the ring is 4 meter. Find electric potential at a point P. Coordinates of point P are 0, 0, 3 meter. Find the electric potential at a point P. Coordinates of point P are 0, 0, 3 meter. Let's consider this is xy plane. And the ring lies on xy plane like this. The ring lies on xy plane. Okay, this is xy plane. Then obviously this is the axis of the ring. If this is on xy plane, axis will be along z axis. Okay. Radius of the ring is 4 meter. We have to find potential at any point P. The coordinates are 0, 0, 3 meter. Okay, means here x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 0, z coordinate is 3 meter. Then we may take here value of z is 3 meter. Value of z is 3 meter. Okay. Then we have to find potential at this point. Join this. So this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So this distance let r is equal to, this is base, this is perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. Okay. Then this distance is square root of, this is base, this is perpendicular, 4 square plus 3 square, so this distance is 5 meters. Okay. Then as per our formula, potential at this point P, potential at point P, K Q divided by square root of r square plus x square. R square plus x square, but here distance is z. When we were finding this derivation, the axis was along x-axis, but here the axis is along z-axis, so we may take square root of r square plus x square, here square root of r square plus z square. So, B, potential at point P, K. K is 9 into 10 to the power 9. K is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, 9 into 10 to the power 9. Charge on the ring is 10 microcoulomb. 10 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb divided by square root of r is 5 meter, r square plus z square. This is r is equal to root of r square plus z square. R is 4 meter, z is 3 meter. So directly we may put 5 meter. And solving it, we will get potential. Potential is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power 4 volt. Okay. This is our answer. Too easier question, just apply the formula to get the answer. Okay. Now, another question. Will I erase it? Okay. This is our basic formula. Now, another question. Two identical uniformly charged rings, each of charge, total charge, each of total charge Q and radius R are kept to identical uniformly charged rings A and B. Let's name A and B. Okay. To identically uniformly charged rings A and B, each of total charge Q and radius R are kept coaxially. Find potential difference between the centers of ring B and ring A. We have to find potential difference between the centers of ring B and ring A. Okay, very easier question. Okay. Let's draw or represent. Let's consider these are the two identical rings. Okay. This ring is A, this ring is B. Total charge on this ring is Q. Total charge on this ring is Q. Two rings are coaxial. Axis of rings are same. This is axis, this is one ring, and this is other ring. This is ring A, This is ring A and this is ring B. Axis is same. Okay. Radius of each ring is R. This is also R. Okay. This is center of ring A and this is center of ring B. We have to find potential difference between the centers of ring B and A. B and A. Okay. Let's find potential on center B. Potential at center of ring B. Potential at center of ring B. See, potential at center of ring B due to itself, this B is also uniformly charged. Total charge is Q. So at the center of the ring, as we got, potential is KQ by R. So at the center of the ring, this is also R. Potential at center of B. Potential due to itself is KQ by R. Due to this ring, potential at center B. This distance is C. Another thing we have to mention the distance between the rings coaxially at a distance R. Find potential difference between centers of ring B and A. Okay, now question is corrected. Each of total charge Q and radius R are kept coaxially at a distance R. Means this distance is also, or you may take any distance, X, Y, Z, etc. Okay. Then this distance C, this is right angle, this is R, this is also R. So this distance is root of R square plus X square, this is R square plus X is also R square plus R square root over, means this distance is 2R. See, potential at center B due to itself is, potential at center of ring B due to itself is KQ by R, as we got. Potential at the center is KQ by R plus potential due to ring A at center of ring B. Potential at center of ring B due to the uniformly charged ring A. This is the formula. This distance is X, here X is R. Then potential at center of the ring B due to uniformly charged ring A is K, Q divided by square root of R square plus R square. Means again root 2R. This is the distance root 2R. So now potential at center of ring A. Potential at center of ring A. We have to find potential at this point, means potential at center of ring A. Potential at center of ring A due to itself. Ring A is uniformly charged, total charge is Q. Then potential at its center is K, Q by R. K, Q by R. Okay. Plus potential at center A due to uniformly charged B. Again this distance will be root 2R. Then as per our formula, KQ divided by square root of 2R. Okay. This is the formula. Or you may, if you take this will if you take difference, then answer will be 0. I am changing a little bit to the question. Each of charge Q1 and Q2 respectively If you take same charge, then difference will be 0. Kq by r, kq by r, kq by root 2 r, kq by root 2 r, then Vb minus Va. If you take this concept, charge is same, then Vb minus Va will be 0. Potential difference between B and A is 0. This is first case. If we take charge same, then answer will be Vb minus Va will be 0. Now let's take, this is Q1, this is Q2. Okay. Then, now the concept will change. Potential at the center B due to itself is Kq2 by R. Kq2 by R. Potential at center B due to uniformly charged A is Kq. Charge of A is Q1. Okay, this is Q2, this is Q1. Similarly, potential at center A due to itself is Kq1 by R. Potential at center A due to uniformly charged ring B is Kq2 by root 2R. Now, Vb minus Va. Okay, now it will be not 0. It will be 0 if the charges are same. Okay. If charges are different, Q1 and Q2, we will derive it Vb, K, Q2 by R plus K, Q1 by root 2R. Okay. Vb minus Va, minus KQ1 by R minus KQ2 by root 2R. Okay. Now I will erase it to solve. Let's take another step. Vb minus Va. See. Q1, Q1. Q2, Q2. Let's take Q1, Q1. Then now, if you take Q1 or you take K by R, Q2, Q2. Q1, Q1. Okay, let's do here itself Va, K by R, K by R, inside bracket, Va, potential at center of ring A, potential at center B. Okay, okay. We may solve it first for simplification. Va is equal to K by R into Q1 plus Q2 by root 2R. Similarly here, Vb we may take Vb we may take K by R, this is root 2R, Vb, this is root 2R, so we may take root 2R. K by R, again K by R into Q2, Vb, Q2 plus Q1 by, this is root 2. Okay. Now, we'll take Vb minus Va. Okay. Vb minus Va. Vb KQ2 by R plus KQ1 by root 2R, then K by R, we brought it common, then this is Q2 plus Q1 by root 2. Okay. Now we will take Vb minus Va. I will erase it now. Vb, potential difference Vb minus Va. Vb, K by R into Q2 plus Q1 by root 2 minus Va, K by R, this is Va, minus K by R into Q1 plus Q2 by root 2. So, this will come K by R, bring it common, and inside bracket now Q2 plus Q1 by root 2 minus Q1 minus Q2 by root 2. Okay. Finally, we will solve it. This will come K by R, Q2 by root 2. Q2 by root 2. Okay. Q2 1 by Q2 Q2 minus Q1 plus Q1 by root 2 minus Q2 by root 2. Okay. Then this is equals to K by R, Q2 minus Q1. If you take minus outside, then minus 1 by root 2 into Q2 minus Q1. Okay. Now, result is K by R, Q2 minus Q1. So, we'll take Q2 minus Q1 into 1 minus 1 by root 2. Now solving, we'll get answer now. K by R into Q2 minus Q1 into root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Okay. Then final answer VB minus VA. VB minus VA is K by root 2R. K by root 2R whole into Q2 minus Q1 into root 2 minus 1. This is our answer. If you take different charges Q1 and Q2, then this will be the answer. Okay. If you take Q and Q1 and Q2 are same, both are Q, then VB minus VA will be 0 or VA minus VB will be 0. Okay. We may use this to solve numerical. Okay. Okay, this is end of lecture 8. Thank you, students. Thank you for your sincere support. Thanks.